I have to begin with a confession. I had absolutely no plans or intentions of returning to Columbia, South Carolina. Somebody's thinking to themselves, wow, big shocker, right? Not too much on my city, not too much. I had no plans of coming back to Columbia. So when I came back, I did not come back in triumph. I came back in what felt like loss. I came back in what felt like defeat. I came back in grief. You see, 7 months apart down to the day, I lost both of my grandfathers. And as though that loss was not enough for my family, just a month after I lost my second grandfather, I nearly lost my grandmother, who had a stroke and several seizures. All of a sudden, my roadmap was gone. My blueprint was missing. My plans evaporated faster than I could ever have imagined. I had no idea what I would do next. But that's when I realized that while tragedy could have prohibited me, it had actually positioned me. While tragedy could have pushed me back, it actually did something unique, and it pushed me forward. See, I ended up at the intersection of tragedy and opportunity. All I had was two things left. That was heartache and home. Intersections. See, the thing about intersections is that they teach you things about yourself that you could never have imagined knowing, that you could never have imagined having to deal with. For example, when you return to cities like Columbia, you do not return to restart careers. You do not return to restart education, but you return for the purpose of survival, not your own, but the survival of a city that has already given you so much. I know you see the two words on the screen, brain drain. For years, there have been studies in regard to the manner in which people flee from cities just like this. I'm talking about critical talent vacuums. I'm talking about an inability to retain generational talent. Some say it's because of low compensation. Some of you are nodding your head. Yes, it is. Some people say it's because of slow economic development. I get it. You want to see cranes when you drive down the road. I get it. Some people say it's because they perceive that there is not enough opportunity in cities like this. Well, I need to tell you something. Somebody say, what is it, Tyson? Thank you for asking. I'll share it. Here's the thing. There are several issues with cities just like this. But I'm here to challenge you today by telling you that there is only one solution. And that one solution is you. That one solution is a generation of social engineers who would dare to build exactly what it is that they wish to see. A generation of people who have the capacity to envision their wildest imaginations of what this city could become. See, the thing about becoming is that by definition, the word become means to begin to be. That means that if you are becoming, you will always be beginning. And that's hard. That's difficult. Somebody's saying, well, Tyson, while I appreciate what you have to say and you're very eloquently spoken, thank you, I've already outgrown this city. Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd tell you congratulations. I'm here today to flatly reject the notion that you've outgrown this city and tell you that what you think you have already outgrown has actually been waiting on you the entire time. That the city that you think you're too big for has struggled to become because you have not yet become. Somebody's saying, well, Tyson, I'm thinking about relocating. I'm going to go to a bigger city, because I'm too big for this. I'm fancy. I get it. Here's the thing. Even if you relocate, your calling won't. Even if you decide to shift cities, your calling remains the same. So what I'm saying to you today is this. You can fight me about it later. Your calling does not relocate. Your contribution is just delayed. I know it's not popular. I know it's not what you want to hear. But the same issues that exist here will still be here when you come back, unless you decide to become. I was 21 years old when our city's leadership gave me the opportunity to consult. The Office of Business Opportunities, city manager's leadership team had no idea how large that opportunity would become for me. And I felt inadequate, I have to be honest. Because there I was, having experienced the loss that I did, feeling broken. Feeling like nothing. How oxymoronic is it to be called to build and repair while being broken? What I'm here to say to you today is that it is vital to your city, is that it is vital to your growth, that even while you feel broken, you dare to be responsible for the repair of the environments that have done so much to help you. Somebody's still saying, Tyson, I'm telling you what you're saying is good, but I've got to go. What you're saying is good, but I've already decided to leave. I'd like to challenge you with this. If every dream boards a plane, what will there be left for us to build on? If every vision crosses state lines, then what will we have left? If every, concept becomes diminished, how will we ever become? Tyson, I've outgrown the city. I hear you, but I'm done. I've outgrown it. It's too late. Here's what I have to say to you today. If you want to help your city, the greatest gift you can ever give it is refusing to outgrow it. What does that mean? That means that when you grow, your city grows. That means that when you expand, your city expands. That means that when you get education, your city becomes more educated. That means that when you have ideas, then your city has the opportunity to be the breeding ground for those ideas. That's what it means to refuse to leave cities. That's what it means to create a city of lifelong belonging. Grow up and grow old. Grow up and grow old. Grow up and grow old. What does that mean? Thank you for asking. I'll tell you. Grow up and grow old speaks to the idea that people stay in cities when they can develop healthy relationships with money there. And when they develop those healthy relationships with money, then they anchor their families and their businesses there. And when they do that, that's when we see the kind of economic development that makes cities grow up and grow old. Grow up and grow old. Somebody said, Tyson, get to the point. I promise you I'm getting to it right now. I'm here. The point of the matter is this. If you're from a city like Columbia, I challenge you today to stay on purpose. If you are one of the ones who has left a city like Columbia, well, maybe it's time for you to consider coming back on purpose. And if you've always been around, yes, I'm talking to the complainers, to the opinionated. How about for once, show up on purpose? Because it's a possibility that the city of lifelong belonging that you've been hoping to see does not exist yet because you have not birthed it out of your heart and your mind. How about be the change that you've been hoping to see? How about use those words, move those hands, and begin building? How about pick up a shovel? How about get on a board? How about serve on a commission? Do anything but complain about the current circumstance, because guess what? The ability to shift it is in your hands and in your heart. So, I guess what I'm saying today is this. Always remember, Tyson told you, that cities of lifelong belonging are not built on the backs of those who seek escape routes. That cities of lifelong belonging are not built on the backs of those who move just because it's easiest, but cities of lifelong belonging are built by those who have the courage, who have the intestinal fortitude, who have the wherewithal to stand, even when it gets hard. So when your city calls for your voice, use it. When your city calls for your talent, offer it. And when it asks you to stay, consider it. Because the first city of lifelong belonging you will ever live in is the one that lives inside of you. Thank you.